am coming to you to do this little short video. Basically, I'm going to just share some tips with you that worked for me. What I mean by tips that worked for me is trying to tone and basically, you know, get rid of some of that baby fat that just stuck around, that I had just such a big problem with getting rid of. Um, so we're gonna get started, okay? First things first, I am a parent of four, ages 14, 9, 2, and 1. With my 1 year old, I had a C-section, which made it harder for me to lose that midsection. Um, us as women, even men, we struggle with that. So it's, I mean, like I said, it's not no big deal, but nothing to be embarrassed about. So, like I said, I'm just gonna share with you some little tips that work for me. None too drastic, none that's just gonna have you starving or anything like that. Just like I said, things that worked for me. Um, Diet wise, basically things that I mean, there's certain things that I had to cut back on. I didn't cut off, but I cut back on. Sweets are one of those things that, like I said, it's one of my guilty pleasures of sweets. I have in the kitchen as we speak Rice Krispie treats, cookies, cinnamon buns, a lemon pound cake with glazed icing, 2 cartons of ice cream, my Lorna Doone cookies that I chop up and mix in with my vanilla ice cream that I have in the freezer. Okay, so again, I eat sweets. I love them. I don't think I would ever just cut them off unless I've been instructed to. But again, I had to cut back. So I'm gonna start with my weight right now was 128. Before I started this little diet plan, you might say, I was at 147, which is still sort of an average weight for me. I'm not sure, but I'm not tall. I'm like, I guess, average height. Sort of in between, like 5'5", 5.5", somewhere in between there. Maybe even 5'6". I haven't did that in a while where they, did my height. It's been a minute actually since they did that, so I don't know if I've actually gotten taller or shrunk some. Who knows? But anyway, um, like I said, my sweets are one of those things I did cut back. I eat sweets. Usually every day I really do eat sweets. But what I do is I try not to eat them too late like I used to, because I mean I snack at night, all through the night. So, and that was one of those things. It was just because I'm at home with my two youngest. My youngest daughter, she has this medical condition basically, which keeps me home because I have to deal with she has people coming in and we're going out and different appointments and things like that. So I had to really just kind of put my work on the back burner right now. So until we can get this resolved, I'm at home, which actually I'm enjoying the time that I have with them. We get to do a lot of, I would say, fun things. We're in a house or we try to go different places. Just enjoy each other's company. Like I said, I'm appreciative to that point where I can spend this time instead of working 12 hours, 34 or 5 days a week. So it's it's good, and they have their, it's the good and the bad. So what do you do? Again, like I said, I cut back on the sweets. Sweets are one of those things, I guess, that really likes to hang out. There in that midsection and everywhere else. Okay, so just kind of, what I do. Like I said, like now it's 5 o'clock, so I'm kind of pushing that limit. If I want to eat some sweets, I need to go, and I would need to hurry up and run in there and kind of eat it, because I try to have my cutoff time at about 6, maybe 7. If I'm being naughty, 8 o'clock. Okay, because again, I want to try to work some of that stuff off. It's because during the day we're running, I'm cleaning, and we're playing, and we're, like I said, we're doing our errands and things like that. So I'm constantly moving, so it's easier to work off. Versus, you know, after 7, 8 o'clock, we're getting ready for dinner. If this crappy thing, it's gonna sometimes, I guess my computer's gonna stop recording or whatever it is, and then go back in, so please be patient with me with that. Okay, we're back. So yeah, we're gonna, those are things that I try to do to work those things off, because like I said, I'm trying to prepare them for bed after a certain time. So I mean, my body is, it's cooling down basically, So again, that's, again, like I said, you want to try to have a time limit on eating certain things. Snacking, I love, like I said, I still have my snacks, okay? But to substitute for sweets, I do my fresh fruit, okay? That works for me. Eating my fruit and things like that. I'm not big on canned or cup fruits. I still buy them for my children because they like it, but I don't eat them, okay? I don't care for them. When I was younger, I did, but now I don't. Just one of those things that I just don't like no more. To curb that salty, your chips craving, do your nuts. I like you okay, we're not even gonna go there, but you know what I'm trying to say. I like my cashews, I like my peanuts. So, those are the things that I eat in place of my chips. I still have them, but I try to not eat them as much. That's another thing. Um, Trail mix. This one trail mix, I know everybody should be familiar with the nuts and the M&Ms and the raisins mixed in. That's good. That's a good snack. Also good for energy, I read. So, again, that helps you with more than one thing, more than snacking. Hey, you get some energy there. Um, okay, now we're gonna go with lunch or dinner. I need to have some kind of vegetable in my meals always, uh, preferably, the lunch and the dinner. So eating, having used some kind of vegetable, that definitely is a must. Okay. I don't I try to make fresh vegetables. Asparagus I prefer fresh, but that's one of those things I pop in the oven and hey, we're good. Okay, I season it with some salt, pepper, and some garlic powder, and I leave it in there for maybe like 10 to 15, 20 minutes, and hey, we got some vegetables. Okay, but obviously we have other things going on. So what the next best thing for me is frozen. They have where in the frozen section where they have the vegetables that you can just pop in a microwave, and if you have your steamed vegetables in 5 minutes, that worked for me. Even just the regular vegetables that you can just open a pack, pour it in a pot with a little bit of water, season it to your likings, and cool. That you have, it's quick, it's easy. You're not cutting and peeling and scraping and things like that. Bread, those one of those things I eat. Whole wheat, and whole grain. All my bread, my buns, that's what I like. Even bagels, I try to get the whole grain or whatever that if they have it. Wheat, yes, I do. I love it. It good. It works for me. I've been eating that for years, so it works again for me. Um, Only time I really do eat white bread if I'm out and I either get a hamburger or um, hot dog, and obviously they're not serving wheat, so yeah, I'll eat that. But another on my cutbacks, I don't eat a lot of beef. I hate to admit, but beef is one of those things I obviously it's harder to digest, and I'm not talking about really hamburgers, but um, I eat steak. I love steak. Oh my God, T-bones, porterhouse, ribeye. I love them. But obviously they don't necessarily love me all the time because they like to hang out that place where I don't necessarily want things hanging out, and that's that midsection area. I don't like things hanging out there. So yeah, I still eat it, but I don't eat it as often as I usually do. I don't eat pork. I haven't eaten it over like 6 or 7 years. So that's one of those things I just don't eat at all. That's one of those things I do recommend to cut back. Again, obviously, if you eat it, obviously, of course you're gonna eat it, but try to cut back. As I haven't eaten in over 6 or 7 years. So okay, that worked for me. Um, I mean, as far as ground meat, I eat ground turkey and I eat ground chicken. Ground chicken is really good and it's actually healthier than even my ground turkey. Reason being is it doesn't produce a lot of fat. it's bland. So you do have to add like a little olive oil or whatever so it won't stick to the pan, but it's good. You do want to season it to your likings because again, it can be bland if you don't season it right. But it's really good. I made burgers. I made spaghetti out of it, lasagna, even stuffed peppers, and it's good. I like the taste of it. And again, it's healthy. Um, what else can I say? Um, I think I pretty much covered what had helped me. Like I said, try not to make my dinner always as heavy. You know, I try to make it early as possible so I can still kind of have that little burn off time. If not, because again, like I said, we live in the real world here. We not, you know, so I mean things happen, but just cutting back will really help a lot. You know, I eat salad sometimes instead of sometimes if I know I had a real heavy lunch, I will for dinner. Hey, if I'll make dinner for everybody else, but I'll eat a salad and then I'll eat my dinner for lunch the next day. You know, because again, that works for me. So like I said, I hope these tips were helpful for you. Again, consult your doctor and whatever you do, and do your research. Always do your research on whatever it is that you do and how you eat things. This is how I research. This is how I got my plan. Everybody's body is different, so you know, do it to your liking and what's more comfortable for you and how it'll be more enjoyable for you. Because if you don't enjoy it, then I mean, you're not gonna stick to it. And trust me, I know because I've been through many plans. Okay, um, so I hope, like I said, I hope these help you. I'll be back in my video with my two lovely little angels, my youngest two, to show you some exercises that I do with them. And I didn't need no weights, or although I have some, but I didn't need the weights or that ab roller and all of that. I have a little thing called the clicker or whatever it is. It's hanging up. I had the ab lounger. I had the glide thing. I had them all. Okay, and this actually worked for me and it's fun for us, you know, me and the kids. So I'll be back in a few after they got their lunch in and because they just woke up from a nap about an hour or so ago, so they want to watch their little programs and everything, and then we'll be back. Oh, and my youngest daughter, I mean not my youngest, but my 2-year-old, you're gonna see a lot of this, and so please don't be, you know, startled or anything by her because she loves the camera. Okay, so again, we'll be back, and if there's anything that I left out in this segment, I will definitely mention it in the next. So I hope this helped you guys out some a little bit. Again, my thing is moderation, research. Oh, and make sure you get your doctor's, you know, consent. It's always good to, you know, have them to give you some more helpful hints. But again, I hope you can get some helpful things off of this, and I'll be back soon. You guys have a good day. Bye.